we have Yayasan HASANAH to speak to us today about how they are working with the government to help transform these two schools. So who do we have in the studio today, Brandon?
Okay, so before we head on over to this wonderful guest from Yayasan HASANAH, of course, we're talking about SK Kempadan in Kuantan and also SMK Kampung Jawa in the Klang Valley. Well, they're known for their innovation work, which is SK Kempadan in Kuantan. Okay, they invented this very interesting platform, which is called the Smart Zoom solution to help students from the B40 households. And SMK Kampung Jawa, man, here's the story to tell. Rise from social problems, gangsterism, so on and so forth, to having the best online attendance during COVID-19 lockdown.
Nice.
Exactly, bro. When it wasn't even a lockdown, Nabil, did you even go to school? Or you were like, I am sleeping in today.
Sometimes, there is the occasional MCs here and there, of course.
Yeah. But of course, Nabil is good. Nabil is good. He goes to school all the time and he's actually a fantastic guy. But anyways, coming back to how Yayasan HASANAH's approach can help shape future leaders out there when it comes to their education transformation and giving out second chances. It's pretty much very important. So, Nabil, take it away, introduce our guest. Let's go.
Yes, of course, prior to his current position, Dr. Nur Anwar Abdul Muthalib was working with the ministry attached to the Education Planning and Research Division of MOE Malaysia, and he also spent 6 years as education specialist with UNICEF. So that is breaking the international ground. And currently, he is holding the position of the Education and Scholarship Lead of Yayasan HASANAH. So welcome to the studio, Dr. Nur Anwar Abdul Muthalib. We'll be speaking to him through Skype today. Dr. Anwar, can you hear us? Hello, are you there?
Yes, very well. Thank you.
Good morning,
Yes,
Dr.
sir,
Nur Anwar.
well.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Good morning.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so to start us off, Dr. Anwar, first of all, let's start with the first question. What is World's Best School Prize, Dr. Anwar?
Okay. Thank you for having HASANAH in the show today. Firstly, the World Best School Prize. If you were to take the Nobel Prize as awarded to those who have conferred the greatest benefit to mankind, then the inaugural first year we are doing this, the World Best Schools Prize is like the Nobel Prize for schools. So it is not like the Global Teacher Prize or Nobel Prize, where it is given to individuals. So the World Best School Prize is given to schools. It's a recognition of how the schools have overcome adversity, especially during the 2-year pandemic that we had undergone together. It's transforming the lives of students, transforming the lives of communities, and making real difference in education. So it's essentially having the voices of the schools heard. As you know very well, we hear of a lot of stories of teachers and schools going out of their way during the pandemic. We hear of teachers standing by the roadside, giving out learning sheets, giving out learning packets to parents who drive by. We also hear, for example, in Sarawak, where teachers send their learning packets via food delivery trucks that goes into the kampongs. And in turn, these food delivery trucks would also collect these assignments from the students and pass it on to the teachers. So there was a lot of adversity, but our teachers persevered and learning continued despite the school closure. So.
All right. So I think unfortunately we are having a technical difficulty right here. Joining us through Skype once again is Dr. Nur Anwar Abdul Muthalib. We seem to have lost him there. But so far he has mentioned like how students, how they were treated very well by their teachers, and teachers going the extra, crossing boundaries to reach out to their students by the roadside, providing food and learning sheets, etc. Wow.
One thing that caught
Amazing.
my
Really
ears just
amazing.
now is using food delivery
Yeah,
riders to actually send out handouts to the students. I think that is the teachers going out their way.
Yeah.
I mean, we've known for a long time that, especially getting older, that being a teacher is such a noble profession. I mean, there is no way to describe how lucky we are to have to have met so many wonderful teachers
Yeah,
in
exactly,
schools
exactly.
throughout our years of growing up. So we got to say thank you, teachers.
Yeah.
And obviously, this kind of program helps the teachers in terms of funding and also in the know-how in how to deal with students, especially in face of the pandemic that we had last year with COVID-19. It seems like really bad. We are still not having Dr. Anwar in the studio with us.
I think we have Dr. Anwar back again, so let's give it a shot. Dr. Anwar, can you hear us, Dr. Anwar?
Yes, I can.
Yes,
Very
there
well.
you
Welcome back,
go.
Dr. Anwar. Welcome back. Now, thank you so much for actually elaborating further on the first approach that YAYASAN HASANAH has in store for the children out there. But also, Doctor, here's a question. Of course, the terminology of second chance is very important in this approach. In your own words, how far you think that can go, and why do you think it's actually very important?
Yes. Well, let me say that for this World Best School Prize, it is not solely to recognize academic achievement. Very often that is our measurement yardstick. But for World Best School, it is giving opportunities for schools to showcase their work in collaboration, in environmental action, in innovation, in overcoming adversity, in supporting healthy life. There are 1,001 things that the school does in the community, and it is not just to just measure academic outputs. As you know, the two schools that have been recognized, yes, they are doing well, but they are not the academic powerhouses that we see in some of the more renowned schools in the country. So when we speak of second chances, we should also recognize the other functions that many of our schools play in the society, in the community. So this award is intended for those heroes in the society.
Right.
It's wonderful to hear that not only academic excellence is a reflection on how these schools are working, and it's good to know that you are, and YAYASAN HASANAH is aware of this, because there are other respects to a school as well other than academic excellence. So how is the Trust School program actually helping these schools in terms of the academic excellence and other aspects as well, Dr. Anwar?
Okay. When we speak of quality in education, so we are speaking about how do we transform our education system to make it better. So in school transformation, in trust schools, similar to the government's effort in Sekolah Transformasi 25, it is not a one-off approach. So Trust School, when Khazanah National started 10 years ago, it takes 5 years to transform the school. And via our service provider, LIPAUL, we have managed to complete a Trust School program within 3 years. So when we speak of school transformation, it takes, impacting the school leadership. It impacts the teaching and learning, the teachers, pedagogy in schools. It impacts the students, as well as parents and community working together with the school. It is a holistic approach to school transformation. So you can't expect a school to turn around by giving courses. You have to be with them throughout the journey so that they can move from where they are at now to a better school for our students, basically.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Doctor. And recently, of course, you have partnered up with T4 Education to launch basically the world's best school prizes alongside global heavyweights such as Templeton and more. Maybe, Doctor, you can tell us more about this initiative and this partnership and how it can move forward to ensure success in this whole strategy.
Together with T4 Education globally, it is a network of global educators. So the World Best School aims to impact on the 5 areas that we spoke earlier. So the total prize money is USD 250,000.
Wow.
To be shared among 250,000 USD to be shared among the 5 winners. That's about slightly more than 1 million ringgit. So two of our schools made it to the top 10 in the 5 categories, and we hope that one or even two, both schools will make it to top 3 when the top 3 for each category is announced in September.
Right.
And the winner of the World Best School will be announced in October during the World Education Week. So, to your question, Brendan, it is something that that we can learn from all these 50 schools. There is always a shared purpose, common issues that many of these schools are looking for answers. And there is a lot of opportunities where learning and change can happen via the sharing of projects amongst all the schools participating in the World Best School program. And although it is the first year, we received 3,500 entries from schools all over the world, and having 2 schools in the top 10, top 50 schools is an achievement for our schools. Is to show that we do have good schools in Malaysia that are doing wonderful things, but sometimes it's communicated, and this is an opportunity for us to acknowledge our schools in the system.
Right. That's a good one. There are actually schools out there that are doing really well, competitive in so many other ways, but of course good ways. And at the end of the day, we too have to acknowledge the fact that there are many schools out there, and we should actually, have that element of gratitude towards it, and of course to do our best to help them as and when we can. So unfortunately, Doctor, we have ran out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Dr. Noor ANUAR Abdul MUTHALIB, Education and Scholarship Lead from YAYASAN HASANAH. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being with us here on the show.
I'm wondering now, I wish I could see